Morning.
Good morning.
How are you today? And good morning. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you.
Fabulous. And good morning, Gogglefrogs. Lovely to see you on this wonderful Saturday. Are we on episode 139? I think it may be 139.
I've lost track.
Yes, it's 139 and it's 1:40 on Monday. So this is your Saturday Knit and Natter with myself, Angela and Robert. We started this 7 months ago. March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, we're about 7 months ago, and we've been going live 4 or 5 times a week, every week. And yeah, so here we are. So I hope, hopefully, you've got some work with you, something that you're going to be working on, whether it's knit, crochet, or sewing. Hopefully, you've got your cup of tea with you as well. It doesn't have to be in a branded mug. But if you're Robert on a Saturday morning, he's got his branded mug as well. So you're looking fab, Robert.
You don't feel fab. I feel like I feel a nightmare, but
Oh dear.
very, very tired.
Yeah. Oh, so hopefully you've had a really, really good week. And we've all got things that we need to do, but interesting, I'm going to be sewing in labels into my dad's new clothes to try and make sure that they don't go missing again in the care home. So so never mind, but yeah, we bought him a new coat yesterday and it's like it even came in its own little thing. So I need to sew everything up and try and stop that from going walkies. So yeah, so a lovely Saturday morning, and then I will be on the way south again. So have you had lots of time this week to knit, crochet, whatever? Because I am so excited. I've finished 2 projects this week, which is quite incredible. So for me, that's huge. So that's 2, a shawl and a scarf finished, which is amazing. So how have you done?
Me? Oh God. I don't think I've even touched my needles this week. I think my bag came upstairs when I came back from Edinburgh last weekend, and then yeah, that's it.
But you got a bit of that done last week in Edinburgh, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Which is brilliant. Oh, so we've got a few little interesting announcements today for you, which we will share with you in a little while.
Sorry, I'm slightly distracted because that's what I've just noticed a problem with, so I've been fixing. Sorry, apologies. I'm back. It's done.
That's okay. That's all right. You know, with us, we always do things. There might be technical glitches, but we'll sort them out eventually. So,
should we do this mornings?
I think that would be lovely.
Okay, so we'll start with Marion. Good morning, Marion.
Hello.
We start with Louise. Good morning, Louise.
Hello there.
We have Georgie. Good morning, Georgie.
Hello.
Denise.
Hello.
We have Deborah. Good morning, Deborah.
Hello.
We have Dawn. Good morning, Dawn.
Hello.
And we have Brigitte. Good morning, Brigitte.
Hello. Lovely to see you.
And Deborah says, happy weekend, all. Brigitte says, good morning, 139.
Wow.
Denise says, good morning, everybody. Dawn says, hi, sorry I couldn't join you on Wednesday. Had to go to bed as a bad migraine, but better now. Oh, no, poor you. Georgie says, good morning. Louise says, good morning, everybody. Georgie says, Dawn, sorry to hear you had a bad migraine, but glad you're better now. Brigitte says, Dawn, migraines are a pest. I used to have them in my 30s a lot, not now, not more now, thankfully. Deb says, Dawn, glad you're feeling better. Dawn says, not much knitting this week, been making curtains for Liz's room. Wow. Marion says, good morning, sorry to hear about your migraine, Dawn. Marion's had a very, very busy morning this morning. I don't know if you've seen. And then Deborah says, yes, done a lot this week. Linda says, good morning, all. And we've had some more people join us. Let's see who that is. We have Judy. Good morning, Judy. We have Linda. Good morning, Linda. And we have Viv. Good morning, Viv. There we go. So how have your last few days been, Angela?
Extremely busy. So yes. So today
Anything general running around?
Yeah, just normal things when you help people out. Like, yeah, it's pretty full on. Just doing shopping, making sure that beds are changed, taken to the laundrette to be washed and everything, put back on, go out for lunch, because it's always got to be lovely things that we do as well. So just trying to do everything. So I think I was up at 5 this morning. So on a webinar at 6, and it will just continue until about 2 o'clock in the morning today. So that's fine. I'll get a rest tomorrow, which is good.
You'll be home tomorrow, won't you?
I'm coming home tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will be home.
Is Mum coming with you, or are you coming home on your own?
No, because as of today, we will have no living room in our house. Sorry, no living room floor in our house, not living room.
Right.
So yeah, my mum's staying up here, and yeah, so we need to get the new floor in. So I don't quite know how we're going to cope, but I'm sure we will. I just have this little thought of we'll be sat there and suddenly some animal's going to pop its head up through this void in the middle of the living room. So never mind, it should be good fun this week. I will take some pictures, but I don't know if I'll share them. It might be really grim.
You never know, you might find some interesting jewellery or old coins under the floorboards.
We'd love to. So far, we found when we've taken like bits out, oh, fabulous. And we found newspapers from the 1980s and 1970s. So that wasn't anything special. We've only found a few animal bones in the garden, a couple of spoons. But what we did find was the original people who moved into our house when it was originally built. He wrote on the ceiling the date and his name. So when my husband found that, he actually wrote his name and the date that he did the work at the side of it. So there's yeah, so we've got that. So somebody will find that at some point and say, who's that? So yeah, it's all good fun, isn't it? So yes.
So Viv says good morning. Judy says just popping in from Matlock, meeting my daughter soon. I'll have fun, Judy.
Yes, do.
Angela says she doesn't think any pictures would disturb her of building work in a house. We've all had our share. Do you know what? Touch wood, I haven't. The most I've had is a kitchen ripped out and a bedroom ripped out, but that's it. And then Linda says, oh, Angela, that's amazing.
Oh, thank you. It's going to be fun. I'm just sending you a quick message because we've done a few things behind the scenes, so we'll talk about them in a little while. But yeah, so hopefully we're on the same page now. This is what happens when you have ideas nearly 200 miles away from each other. So yeah, but I've almost finished this, and if anybody's been following along, the shawl is almost finished. So I did this at the front. I showed you it the other day. One thing that I would say is these little bits at the bottom look okay. And I do like it, and I would do it again. However, I do prefer the Gogglefrogs one. I just prefer the drape and everything. So what I think would be really good in this one is to do something much, much plainer with a thicker wool. so it's got more texture and more hold, shall we say. But I do love that, so I can't wait to wear that one day. I've just got to, and you know I was playing yarn chicken. I'll show you how much I have left. That's how much I've got left. So I didn't have much at all.
Angela, can you just stop for a second? Can you go out and come back in? You're very slow and pixelated.
Yep.
So everybody, while Angela's doing that, we did say that we would bring you some one-off things later this week, which we are going to do. But what we're going to do is, while Angela's refreshing, let's pause for some music. Back, you're much better now.
I'm tethering on the phone now, so let's leave the internet. So never mind. Thank you for letting me know, though.
That's all right. That's fine. So that is the only song you might have noticed. I usually sing to the songs on mine, but actually I knew the words in German as well. Probably because I listened to it about 1,000 times when I was a kid. Because Elvis is my dad's favourite artist.
Oh, of course, yes.
So there we go. So I hope you enjoyed that one. We've had a couple of people join while you've been away. So good morning, Sally. Hope you're well. And good morning, Janice. Hope you're well as well. So there we go. Let's catch up on some chat. Linda says, sorry, Georgie says, your shawl is beautiful, Angela. Now that you're back with proper picture, do you want to hold it up again?
Okay. So that's how much I have left after yarn chicken. So not very much at all. I know it's no longer in a bowl. This will require you, because it will go on the bin. It will go on the fire if I attempt it. So that's the shawl. So that's the front of it.
Wow.
I haven't blocked it. And it is supposed to be picot edged, like a fringe all the way around. But of course I haven't got enough for that. So I'm actually quite liking the fact that these are just like little scarf ends. And that's the back. So all I have got to do really is just cast that off around the back of the neck. But yeah, really pleased with it. But next time I am going to do it again, and I'm going to do it in a thicker wool, just so it's got a little bit more weight, and see how that works. But it's lovely, really nice.
Why don't you do it in the yarn that you've done the other one in?
Do you know what? That would be really good to do. And the one thing that I wouldn't bother to do is, because it wouldn't work, is you know, all the holes. So there's no reason to put a pattern in it, and it would make it much easier for me. So yeah, I think that's an option. So
yeah, maybe when we place our next order, we'll order you enough to be able to do that then.
Wouldn't that be nice? So thank you, and thanks, Viv. Yeah, it's a lovely shawl, but it's one of those that once you've done one, you realise how simple that plait bit is at the front. So it's actually not as difficult as it looks. And actually, that took me no time at all. So yeah, so it's actually a really, really simple pattern, and you can amend it, you can vary it as well. So nice. Marion
says, Ollie's just heard my voice and just come up, and apparently GI Blues was on last weekend.
I've never seen it. I don't think I've never seen an Elvis film ever.
No, nor have I. I always had a reason to not be in the room when Dad was watching them.
I still wonder how perfect that man's features and his face was, and you just look back at certain people and you just think, wow. He had beautiful hair. His bone structure was just incredible. So yeah, unbelievable.
Brigitte has typed out the words in German for us. Thank you. Sally says, good morning, everybody. Deborah says, oh, cute choice that, Robert. Love the children's voices. Takes me back to my days as a teacher. Oh. Brigitte says, Robert, I wrote the words out for you. Thank you. I did know them though. And then she says the front of the shawl is a work of art.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Viv says, that's beautiful, Angela. Georgie says, lovely song. He was a beautiful man. I guess our next question then, Angela, is now that you've finished 2 this week, what's next?
I've still got plenty of other projects that are half finished. So, although I do have, you know, when you have an odd cardigan that you pick up from, I actually got it from Asda from George years ago, and it's one of those cardigans that I've just worn for years and years and years, and there's no way of getting another one like it. So one of my little projects is I have to measure all the dimensions and create the pattern. It's actually quite a simple pattern, I believe, but that's one thing that I want to try and do in the next week. And just, if I can get all the dimensions, then I have to try and find the right drape in some wool, and then I can create the pattern, and then in the next decade I can make it. So that's one of my little challenges as well. But I have the secret project for you that's still not finished. I have, there's just so much sitting there. There really is. So that's what I'm trying to do, finish a few things off.
Oh dear. Tracy's just joined. Good morning, Tracy. I think we're going to do things slightly different this morning. So shall we jump into Facebook now?
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Because of what we want to do towards the end. So let me just open it up. And we hope there's lots of lovely posts in there. I must admit, I've struggled to keep up this week because of work. So we'll see. Oh dear.
What's up?
I have a whining cat outside the door.
I thought there was something wrong with the Facebook group. Who is it?
No. I don't know. Should we go and have a look?
Shall we? Tofi or Bex? Tofi or Bex? I think Tofi.
Oh, it's not outside my door.
Where'd they go?
Oh, he's downstairs. It's all right. Ignore him. I thought he was outside the door trying to get in. Especially after last night. But never mind. Right, let's go back to Facebook, folks. Sorry. Let me just check I'm in the right page. I am. Here we go. God, see, it's been so long I've even forgotten what to do here. It feels like this week, even though it's gone really quick, it's felt like a month. There we go. Right, so I've just posted, let's welcome some new members. Hello to you all. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. And then here's my pictures from last night. So this is how tired I was. I literally came home from work yesterday afternoon at 3 o'clock. I had a large gin with a very little bit of lemonade in it. Down that, was in bed by 3:30. Got woken up at 7:30 by Gary saying dinner's 10 minutes away because he had ordered pizza. I went downstairs, had dinner. Sophie curled up in my lap at 8:30, and this was the result at 8:30 last night.
This is just the most beautiful picture ever.
And for those of you that have watched The Big Bang Theory, I've made a twist on the soft kitty poem. So the poem in Big Bang is soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur, happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. So I put my twist on it instead. Sophie never comes to me for cuddles, and he must have known I'm going to help Daddy have a lovely night's sleep, because then I went to bed and woke up at 8 o'clock this morning.
Oh, he's just so gorgeous. Love it.
Right, so then we come back to other people's. So Deborah says, finished this little cardigan booties to give to eldest daughter yesterday. Now playing yarn chicken as I want to knit a hat too. Ooh. Good luck with yarn chicken.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Angela has posted a picture of the finished shawl that we've just seen, which looks lovely. How difficult was it to do the plaiting?
Super simple. It's
Oh, really?
right. If you've got anything out there that you want me to do that on, what you have to do is separate it into 7, 8, 9, or 10 fingers. So if I had about, I think I had 70 or 80 stitches, and I made them 10 stitches each, and you knit them to be so long, then put them on a stitch holder, then with 8 to 10 centimeters of yarn left, then you knit the next ones, then you knit the next one, so you end up with all of these long fingers on a yarn holder, and then you take them off one at a time, and you start to knit them, and then knit the last one of that and the first one of the other together. Oh, that's after you've plaited them. So I did have to take them off and put, it's a bit fiddly. So each of the 10 you then have to put on little individual yarn holders, but you just plait them, and then so like knit it all up at the end. I found it really quite easy. It's my latest thing, Pico Edge and making those plaits. I think they're really easy. So it's probably more complicated because I did look at it for about a month thinking I just can't get my head around it, and then as soon as I started, it's simple. So that's enough about me.
Right, Deborah, nearly finished the little baby hat to go with the jacket and booties. One at Yarn Chicken. Yay! Just the top to finish with DPNs. Oh, wow. Well done.
Incredible. That was beautiful.
That is. Oh, Louise, finish my Close to You shawl with Gogglefrogs interlude.
Ooh,
wow.
That's beautiful.
Look, I love that.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Loving it.
It is very beautiful. Yes.
Very exciting.
I will get to mine eventually. Oh, Tracy, this was hilarious. Thank you, Tracy. She tagged me in this post of the pandas, the keeper who's trying to clean out the pandas. I'm sure she was playing with them. There is absolutely no way that she would have attempted to do that if she didn't know what was going to happen. Unless it was her first day and somebody said to her, oh, go and clean out the panda's cage.
Playful little things.
I know. When you watch it, I mean, look, that is so cat-like, just trying to get in and out of things that they shouldn't do. But anyway, it gets very funny towards the end, so I'll leave you to watch that later. Safi says, I caught up on Saturday's Gogglefrogs earlier and heard you chatting about celebrity knitters. I heard about Ronnie Woods on the radio the other day, and here he is again, so must be true. There we go. Tom Daly this week released on Instagram pictures of himself in with his first crochet project. Now, go hunting for them if you want to. But he crocheted himself a Speedo. Why you would do that as your first project, I have no idea, but that's what he decided to do. So there we go. Trisha's posted something a little different. Lifelike succulent cakes turn prickly plants into delicious desserts. Oh, wow.
They look so cute, don't they? They really do.
I know. Some ideas for you there, I think.
Yeah.
Cupcakes. Marion's posted, shared a post, Wild Working Projects Journal, help you track your knitting and crochet projects. So this is by the lady that runs You Felty Thing. I'm not quite sure what it is, but
it's a book you put all of your whips in. So like I'd put that in, what I was using, where I've got up to. So it's something where you can tackle the projects rather than just having these random carrier bags around the house, not actually knowing what's in them.
Right. And then, unfortunately, my bad, I forgot to cancel Thursday's Gogglefrogs, so you all got the notification. I'm so sorry.
No, it's both of us. We both forgot. That's just one of those things.
I was at work and I was literally just having a quick break and thought, oh, I'll just check my email, and then saw the alert that said, you have a new session in 15 minutes. And I thought, okay. Quickly message Angela, can you cancel it for me? So sorry, folks, if you got the notification.
And I wouldn't have seen the notification because I was baking brownies.
Okay.
So I was nowhere near me. Well, I wouldn't have checked email, but I heard the ping from Robert, so that was good. Thank you.
Dawn says, Dawn Tracy says, crochet caravan progressing.
Trisha.
There we go.
Trisha says.
Trisha, sorry.
It's only because like she's worked so hard on it.
My brain has been like this all week, and yesterday it was terrible. I kept calling people the wrong names. I kept thinking it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, not 2 o'clock, not 10 o'clock in the morning.
So
anyway,
that happens. Just for anybody where that happens when your brain is overfull with things. So you just have to relax and get rid of some of that and calm and start to focus again. You'll be fine by Monday.
Yeah, I need to be. I've got another busy week next week. Right, so I think we're kind of all done. Do shout if I've missed something. But I think
that's that licorice also, isn't it?
Everything. Yeah. So I think we're all caught up, but do let me know if I've missed something, please.
And if anybody wants to post anything else in now, just let us know. We'll check it again before the end of the show, so don't worry.
A couple more people have joined in. So we have, let's see, this is how frazzled my brain is. Have we said good morning to Louise?
No.
I can't remember. Good morning, Louise, if we haven't. Anne has joined. Good morning, Anne. Tracy says she's having, she is not at football today, so she's watching in the warm. Yay! But she's having internet issues. Can either hear you, but you're frozen, or see you, and the voices are then broken. But she's still in the room, so I hope you've sorted it out, Tracy. There we go.
Fabulous.
Oh,
well,
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Last night, you went to sleep. Well, just to let you know, last night we had a bit of an interesting night. So we had drinks with my friend Jason. So we had gin with Jason, then we had gin with my mum's brother, and then we had gin with Jason again last night. So we had a really long evening from about 6:30, no, from about 6 o'clock through to about 11 o'clock at night, and it was really, really, really good fun. And if you've never tried that, if there's anybody that you don't get to catch up with, or you can't see anymore because of all these different things that have come in, just get your iPad out or your iPhone out, FaceTime each other or Zoom each other, and have a couple of drinks. You will be surprised at how much gin can disappear. I don't quite know what happens. So we had a really, really good evening. Sneeze, sorry. So if you haven't tried it, do. And it's a really good way to catch up with people. I think we've got a lot of people, certainly our families or friends, who live alone, don't they? So we had a really, really good night last night. Yes, I was rather tired and went to bed, but it was a really good evening. If you haven't tried it, do. But if you're going to knit at the same time, make sure it's a really simple knit. Oh.
Sorry, I'm trying to work something out. See my 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, fine. Remind me 4.
4.
Yeah.
That's right. So
I am so warm.
I just want to say thank you ever so much, because I know the other day I mentioned about if you've got any bunting, or if you've got any like knitted little gifts that you have that you don't want or you won't use, and I just want to say thank you ever so much, because after the show I did get a message from somebody, so thank you ever so much. Yeah, so that's lovely, and it's just there's a lot of people who don't get gifts at Christmas, aren't there? So we just need to try and help that out. So if anybody's got any bunting around, that'll go down to, is it Portsmouth or Southampton? I never know which one it is that my friends live in, because I've got friends all over. Yeah, so some's going down there, and then some's going to be going to a care home as well, so they can wrap stuff up and give it to people for Christmas, so they've all got something to open. So that's one of those things. So thank you lovely, lovely Gogglefrog people. Gogglefroggers. Oh. So should we talk about this charity thing?
Yeah, I think we should.
Because we had a little bit of a thought. We had a look through a book, and we said, oh, should we get some of those and some of those? And then we thought, wouldn't this be nice? Because we all like raising money for charity, don't we? And we've all got those charities that are close to our hearts, etc. But there's one that comes up every year, and you buy this red thing normally, which is one of those things. But we found something that is really, really quite pretty and beautiful. So we've got something new for you, and it's a way of creating one of your things. But you can also use the patterns again and again and again if you wanted to raise more money for them. So if you want to explain what it is.
Yes, so 4 weeks yesterday, that's why I wanted you to remind me because I had to read before. So 4 weeks yesterday will be Children in Need. And Children in Need has been going for many, many, many years. I think it started 1981 or 82, something like that. Most of you will know that Terry Wogan started it, hosted it for years and years and years, and it's still going. And although things are going to be slightly different this year, they have said they are still going to go ahead because they realise the importance of the money for the various charities, in particular now where things are having to be done remotely and people are struggling more because of it. So we thought that it would be really nice if we put together some charity packs, and the pattern money that we've paid for has been donated to Children in Need, and money from the wall also goes to Children in Need. And what we will do as well is we will make a donation on behalf of Gogglefrogs to Children in Need. So we have some lovely kits to show you this morning based around pudsey. So the first one that we have is this lovely little pudsey kit here, and this is a knitted pudsey, and in the kit you're going to get the pattern for both of the bears. You are only going to get the colours to do pudsey, I'm afraid. So you'll get one for the knitted one, you'll get one ball of pudsey, and then you'll get the little bits of wool to make the bandana, his famous bandana that goes over his head. Okay. The only thing you won't get, oh no, this one you get everything.
Except the needles. So we're not putting the needles in.
So you'll get this one as well. Okay. And it might actually be a way to encourage children and make them aware of not just knitting, but of Children in Need as well, and get them to kind of do it themselves. So that's the knitted version. We then also have a crochet version for you. And what I love about the crochet version is he's got little crocheted paws as well, for which you get the colours to do. But again, in this kit, you're only going to get the stuff for Pudsey. You won't get the stuff for his friend, I'm afraid. Her bow tie looks really cute, though.
It does.
I have to say. Yeah. So again, you're going to get everything you need in there. You won't get full balls of the colours. We're just going to put enough in there for you to be able to stitch in various colours.
Yeah, we thought rather than, because if you only need like a few centimetres of pink to give you a whole ball of the pink, it's, well, for us it just didn't feel right. So what we've done is we've just wound it up, so you've got more than enough to do all the extra bits, but rather than having 80% of a ball of wool sitting there in your stash forevermore, we've tried to do it the nice way.
And then we went one step further, of course, because it's Gogglefrogs, and we like to see, we like to give you a bit of a challenge, and we like you to have nice things for your grandchildren. So we also bought the stuff for this lovely jumper. So you can make your own Pudsey jumper, but not only that, there is also the pattern for a lovely Pudsey cardigan.
Which is just beautiful. I love
And
that.
I love these little ears on the pocket.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Ears on the pocket and a beautiful Pudsey bear on the back of that cardigan. And
Yeah.
I know how quick some of you are. You'd have this done in
4 weeks.
No, I'm saying some people could get that done in a couple of days.
Absolutely. So in this you're going to get, so the sizes are 2 balls to 4 balls of the navy colour for both the cardigan and the jumper. You're going to get 4 balls. So if you're making the small jumper, you can actually make 2 of them. And if you're making the small cardigan, you can get 2 of them out of it as well. But the sizes are 2 to 4 balls. So we're going to put the 4 balls in for you so you get everything. What we're also going to do is, again, if you can see the little stitching around the collar and the rib there, we're going to put those in for you as well. So that's all part of the kit. The only thing you won't get on here is the buttons for the cardigan. Yeah. That's entirely up to you to decide what you're going to do about those. There we go.
And we just thought,
and we have
because Children in Need just suddenly arrived, doesn't it, that Friday? So you start watching it, but it just doesn't feel right. So we've got a big break, because then if you want to make more than one, you could, if somebody wants one, you could ask them to pay you for that. And all of that can go, other than the wool, the rest can go to charity.
Yeah, and we only have 3 packs of each of those. So we have 3 of the knitted Pudsey, 3 of the crochet Pudsey, and 3 of the jumper or sweater packs. Marion's asking what size does the jumper and cardigan go up to. So it says to fit chest, they start at 51 centimeters and go up to 76 centimeters. Which is 20 inches up to 30 inches. Sleeve length 20 to 41 centimeters. There we go.
Hopefully that's okay and answered the question.
Yeah.
But
so there we go. So again, just something for charity. It's up to you whether you do or don't do it. But have fun, and we look forward to seeing them if you do them.
Yeah, I love the cardigan. I do love that little cardigan. I think there's very, I think we've spoken about colour choices. It's very rare to get navy blue on a little girl. But I really like it, and I think it is just so stunning, the back of it, that any child would want that, and it just extends what Children in Need's all about if they're wearing it for weeks and weeks and weeks or months. So I think it's beautiful. I love the pattern. It's even nicer when you see it up close. So yeah, they're on the website, so there's everything that you need for them, and they're on the website now. They went live at 10 o'clock this morning, I believe.
They did. There we go.
And then we had another thing that we got. Yeah, we've put something on that Robert managed to get hold of, and what is it again? That's right. It's a little bit of Stylecraft for you. So we've put some Stylecraft on there. It comes in balls of 3. So again, if you would like some of that, that's on there as well. So just have a look, and 3 balls would be enough to do lots of projects, lots of Shirley type projects, not the big ones, not those huge ones that Marion's just created for her lovely aunt, but lots of the stuff. So there's 3 balls in the bundle as well, so you can have a look at those. But I just really love the charity Children in Need stuff, and I think rather than just buying a bit of plastic for the nose, it's a way that, you know, even buying the pattern, that pattern is £2.75. So that donation has already gone off to children in need, which is more than you get for buying a red rose. So yeah, and we've just tried to put the kits together, just so that you can start straight away. So yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy those, and we'll have a look and see what others. So we've got, in terms of charity, we've got the headband for the breast cancer, haven't we? And is it a little?
We have, yeah.
Are they like hand warmers or something like that? So we've got stuff on there for that, but there's lots of charity things coming up, and I think the lovely thing about that is it is like the ribbon, isn't it? That's in the two-tone pinks, but it's the same if you wanted to do something greens. There's the Macmillan, the green thing. So you could start to create them, just change the colours for whatever charity you personally support. So there's a couple of things on there for you. So just a few ideas, because I had never, before we started doing this, looking at sourcing wools for you and sourcing patterns, we didn't know these things existed, did we? So when we came across them, we said, oh, there's something for this. And I just went, look at this cardigan, it's beautiful. And you could even just do it in different colours if you wanted. Jumper is so...
Right. Sorry, just to jump in. Linda is saying the jumper is sold out. That's because we made the mistake and we put the jumper and the cardigan as separate kits. If you click on the cardigan kit, you get the jumper pattern in the same one. It is jumper and cardigan in the same pattern.
Sorry, that was my mistake. I thought there were two separate patterns.
The bit that I was fixing at the beginning. Right, Brigitte says you two are amazing. Oh, thank you. We just want to do our bit to help.
Yeah.
We love helping you, and we know that you love helping charities. So we thought we would do our bit for children in need as well. There we go.
And it's there's just things in there. So because we said, right, that's it, you've got everything that you need, and then suddenly, I don't know what time of day it was, I went, Robert, we need stuffing to stuff them. So you'll have your stuffing in there as well for the Pudsey bears. So again, we're going to put that into little bags for. It's just like when we say there's a kit, there has to be a full kit. But it's just these little things that flying by the seat of our pants a lot of the time. We get it done, don't we? So we just try our best and get it done.
Yeah. Right, so what does next week look like for you then? So how long are you home for?
I'm home for most of the week, I believe. So go home today, and then I have the official job, I suppose, of keeping my husband supplied in cups of tea. I don't really want to get involved in picking up great joists and stuff, but I'm sure I'll have to help with that. So we've got a whole week to try and get this floor done. Well, he's going to try and get the floor done. So I'll be pretty much home based, but when it gets to next weekend, it's really about how close he is to finishing it. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we'll have the floor done at some point this week. So then it's just a case of varnishing and all of that. But I'll be coming back up here next weekend. And then Mum may be coming back with me. I'm not too sure. So it's been a busy few days. So I'll be going home. Well, I always think I'm going home to a bit of a rest. But I don't think it's going to be a bit of a rest this time. Yeah. What about you this week? What's your week looking like?
So I am late Monday, late Tuesday, mid Wednesday. So I'll be with you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week.
Oh my word.
Thursday I'm early. Friday I'm off and I have a hospital test. Nothing major, don't worry. And then I'm 4 o'clock on Saturday, so I may or may not be with you next Saturday. I don't know yet.
Just chill and get some time for you. Okay.
I'm working next Saturday. So I'm on a 4 till 1, but it depends on when I can have that break. It depends on how much picking is or isn't done.
Just enjoy your break. That's the main thing. Enjoy your break because you need it.
So, and then I'm working Sunday, and then I'm not sure about the following week.
All right, okay. That's fine. Oh, I think a lot of people have been having connection issues this morning.
Yeah, not quite sure why. There's lots. Yeah.
It's not very good weather outside, and when there's a lot of rain about, a lot of the cabling that isn't fibre optic, well, actually it can happen to fibre optic, moisture just gets in and plays havoc with lines and connections. So that could be a little bit of what's happening today, but we'll see.
So Froggers, tell us what you're up to this weekend as well. Brigitte says she's going to make the last batch of green tomato soup. They had 26 kilograms of delicious tomatoes off of 6 plants. Wow. That's a lot.
Well done, you.
Louise says she's got lots of green tomatoes too and wants to try the green tomato soup.
It sounds delicious. I must try and I must try and get some green tomatoes and that recipe. It sounds delicious.
Linda says she's making children need masks today. Oh,
well done. Good for you.
And I have to say, as a person having bought her masks, they last a very long time and they're very durable and very good quality and very reasonable. And considering she gives most of it to charity, well worth the cost of them.
That's amazing.
So,
well done, Linda. A huge well done to you for doing all of that. That's really good.
Dawn says she's finishing curtains and starting ones for the craft room. Oh, well done. Anne says never make green tomato soup. Always put in window or drawer them to make them go ripe.
Yeah, if you put green tomatoes next to a banana or in a brown paper bag or in a drawer, they apparently go red.
Oh right, I didn't know that.
Very good at helping them ripen. Yeah.
And she didn't know you could make green tomato soup either. They've got loads and would love the recipe. And Brigitte's saying if you want the recipe, just PM her and she'll send it across to you.
I will definitely. So. I remember when I was young, I didn't like chutneys or anything like that, but my mum used to make a green tomato chutney and it was delicious. And I actually think green tomatoes have got a nicer flavour than normal tomatoes for a lot of things. So, although my favourite tomato recipe has to be whatever your odds and sods are, you know, when you've got loads and loads and loads of tomatoes left, put them in like a Pyrex dish, bit of olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and a whole head of garlic that you cut down the middle and put it in there with lots of salt, pepper. You can put a few chili flakes on if you want, and just put it in the oven and let it roast on a really low heat, like 120, 130 degrees for an hour, 2 hours, whatever. Honestly, that is just incredible. Really, really tasty. So whenever I have tomatoes that are, you know, they're going to go off in the next few days and you've forgotten about them, that's what I make. So that's lovely. But I must try your green tomato soup recipe.
Brigitte, if it's your recipe, send it to me and I'll put it in the Facebook page. Unfortunately, if it's somebody else's recipe, can't really do that. But if there's a website that has it on, then you can post that in the group instead. I'm happy to do that. I can't just copy somebody else's recipe from a book and post it in, though, I'm afraid. Brigitte says Rod made the recipe up last year when we still had lots of green tomatoes on the bushes, but frost was coming. Some ripened in the window, but still there were too many, so didn't want to throw them away, so made soup. Oh, wow. Well, if it's Rod's recipe, then PM it to me. I'll type it up and we'll put it in the Frogs Facebook page so that everybody can have it.
That's famous green tomato soup.
Yeah.
Oh, fabulous.
Lovely. It sounds lovely.
It does.
It sounds lovely. It's not for me though, because I don't like soup.
It just reminded me. I started making leek and potato soup for my mum. So it's all made, but we need to get the whole milk and tarragon to put in it. And when I've got those two things, then the leek and potato soup will be finished. So always got to have tarragon. You're about to be sick, aren't you?
So for those of you who don't know, I can't stand soup. The smell of it, the taste of it. Bleh.
Oh, I'm not a soup lover, but every so often I love good homemade soup. Can't have anything out of the tin. I really struggle with it, but something that is just pure vegetables and stuff I love, really love. Oh, we find out a little bit more about Robert every day, don't we? And there's absolute hatred for soup. So you have to be really careful if ever you invite him round for dinner, because no, you serve up soup, don't you? Not with Robert.
Oh, I'm not that bad. If I'm invited and somebody doesn't know and they serve me soup, I will eat it. I will eat it. But yeah, I'm just not a huge lover of it. So there we go.
Every day, don't they? They absolutely love it, and I'm not one of those people, but I really appreciate a good soup. Oh.
Liz says she made broccoli and Stilton, curried parsnip, and leek and potato yesterday for the freezer.
Fabulous.
Dawn says we have soup for lunch. Found some I made a few months ago in the freezer: sweet potato soup, broccoli and potato soup. See, sweet potato, I think I might actually like that because it's sweet and I like sweet stuff. Yeah. It depends on what other flavors are in it, I think.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, I'm getting really hungry now. I'm going to have to go out for gluten-free scampi and chips before I come back down south.
Linda says make leek and potato soup with sweet potato, and it's delicious. Oh, okay. I'd never make those, so somebody would have to do this for me.
I used everything out the bottom of the fridge because soup to me is always remnants of what's left. And I found some Jersey Royals that we hadn't used, but they were still hard, so they're still firm, so it's all gone in. Oh, parsnip and apple soup. Absolutely. That
oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Marion says her Rington's order has just arrived.
Ringtons! Yay! Oh, lovely. I'm so glad that you're getting along with Ringtons and you love that it is Northumberland, isn't it? Based company. They are amazing. Just so happy that they're still going strong. So thank you, Newcastle company. So I'm glad that you're all enjoying them, and I bet there's more caramel wafers on there, Marion.
Probably.
Yeah, because everyone raves about them. So yeah.
And tea cakes.
Yeah, tea cakes are very good. I do remember when I ate gluten, I used to order. They had, was it Brazil nut biscuits, like cookies or some huge nuts, and I think that they were dipped in chocolate. They were out of this world, but I can't order anything like that because I know I would eat the whole packet. I'd be so ill. I had a mouthful of gluten bread yesterday, and the whole of my face has come up. So yeah, it's my own fault. It sat there, looked really nice. I thought I'm going to eat that, and yeah, so it'll go down in a few days. That's just one of it. Don't think so. Got tea cakes though. Ah, so she's got tea cakes and no caramel fingers. Wow. That's interesting. Yes, chocolate and Brazil nut cookies. Oh my God, gorgeous. They are out of this world. Absolutely out of this world. The taste, and you know when so much in the world is getting worse. You know, you get fruit and nut chocolate, and it's no longer whole nut, is it? It's chops of little nuts, which I always think are the shavings off the floor. Whereas when you get those from that company, they're nice big bits of nuts, Brazil nuts. So I do. That's what you really want, don't you? You want something that is delicious rather than just fodder. So I like Winston's for that. So.
Right, folks. So we are at 11 o'clock.
What a fun Saturday it's been.
I know Angela's got a very busy day, so we'll let her go on time today.
Thank you.
Have fun with your dad. Have a safe drive home tomorrow, and I hope the house isn't too much of a mess when you get. Oh, tonight. Okay. Have a safe drive home then, and I hope that isn't too much of a tip when you get back.
I'll be fine. So I'm going via Doncaster and Sheffield, and then back to the bus. So you take care and get lots of rest, Robert. You had a really good week, so just chill today. And more tofu pics, please. He's just beautiful, and so is Bex.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.